Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Dan.
I'm Jake.
And he needs to be driving a windowless van at this point because, good Lord, he shaved.
You're right.
And it's really weird looking.
I should be wearing a cowboy hat.
Should be wearing something. Anyway, so we've been noticing a lot of comments, a lot of videos, a lot of people hating on Traveler. So, well, we decided to grab a few other lower tier Buffalo Trace products and throw it in a blind and see if it's actually as bad as, well, most people think it is. So, today in the blind, we're going to have
Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace. Of course, we have Traveler.
Trahealer.
The benchmark.
Benchmark.
The benchmark. This is the small batch, I believe. So, yep, small batch. And then we didn't have Ancient Age, so we had to settle for this big honking half gallon of Ancient Age 10 star.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's me.
Are you okay?
I'm ancient.
Oh, God. Anyway, all of these products produced, obviously, by Buffalo Trace. All of them coming in at 90 proof, so we have no difference in distillery, no difference in proof point.
There's a difference in mash bill.
Yeah, kind of, I guess. I mean, these are the same at least. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the mash bill on Ancient Age.
And we're like 90% sure this is.
That has Canadian whiskey in it.
You found out?
Yep, that has some Canadian whiskey in it, apparently.
How'd you figure that out? It's got that Crown Royal.
Some comment sections. So, anyway, we line these up. We're going to go down them. We're going to go up, down, left, right, backwards, forwards. We're going to taste them. We're going to rank them.
Up, down, left, right, BA start.
Yep. Isn't that like the invincibility cheat?
That is infinite lives.
All right. Well, infinite lives.
Oh yeah, that's an old.
That seems glorious, but terrible if you think about it. Now that we're older. Anyway, so as we're getting ready to go through this, go down there below where Jake is. Hit that like and subscribe button. Help us to get to 500 subscribers. We appreciate each and every one of you, and obviously that subscribe button costs $0 to click, and it helps us out a whole lot. So, anyway, you want to go left to right or right to left?
We'll go second, fourth, third first.
Oh, dear God.
I'm kidding. We'll go straight down the
Okay,
line.
so going left to right. So, before we get into this, I'm going to grab some water real quick because, well, truth be told, I had a little bit of food before this. Anyway, so let's go down. You want to just nose them and then taste them, or do you want to nose them and taste them?
That is an interesting question. I've never thought about it before.
So why don't we just go ahead and nose them first down the line?
Let's see which one we think is Traveler.
And then go back. Oh, we're not even going to name them. I'm not even going to try and name them. I just want to find out which one we like the best. Anyway, in for the nose on number one. Let's do it.
Starting off strong.
So I'm getting a lot of like fresh cherries on this one. Like you just opened a can of like cherry like pie filling. Getting like a lot of cherries on this one. A little bit of oak, but not much else. Obviously at 90 proof, I'm not expecting a lot of robust craziness here, but
a lot of caramel brown sugar.
So yeah, that
some
one,
oak.
A lot of like cherry pie filling, a little bit of oak, and a little bit of like brown sugar vanilla. Not a whole lot other than that. Here's number two.
Bold vanilla.
Okay, this one steps up the oak just a little bit. Yeah, this one steps it up a good bit. This is
very light.
This seems like a very well-rounded flavor profile, or at least an aroma profile. I'm really digging this. The more I swirl it, like the more the vanillas come out, a little baking spice. Yeah, that's nice. Anyway. Number three.
Yeah, that's still just light. Roll up my sleeves a little.
So number three very sweet, almost like honey. Honey, vanilla, a little bit of oak. Yeah, that's kind of nice too. I don't.
This has a funk to it that I don't understand.
That you don't understand. This one's a bit thinner than A. So A, B, C, D, obviously. So, okay.
Straight up, mine are just in line.
In line for you so far?
Yeah.
See, mine right now are going B, A, C. Mm-hmm. So let's
that's
see
just on
D.
the nose, you know.
Yeah, it's just on the nose. So let's see about D. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, Lord. It's almost tannic.
Yeah, this has like a funkiness to it that I'm...
Yeah, I'm continuing my line here. I'm just straight down the line. Was this a fresh cracked Buffalo Trace?
No. Okay. I used the big fat boy that was sitting down there. I didn't have room for another fat boy on the table.
I was looking at this. I'm like, this one's not even cracked.
No, this is for display purposes only, folks. So, yeah, this one has a weird.
This is more like pine.
Weird funk to that one. Not
pine and caramel. That is a weird combination that I don't.
that you're not
like.
So, all right.
Yeah, no, that's.
So let's go back to A real quick. I'm gonna give it one more quick nose, and then we're just gonna taste it. Yeah, cherry pie filling. Okay.
Maybe I've smelled too much today. My nose,
Is your snooter broken?
I don't know.
Tell you what. Anyway, cheers.
It might just be because they're 90 proof, and so I'm used to smelling like hard hitters, and now I'm like light nosing it. I'm like, what is in here?
Well, the last one we did was the George T. Stagg, so you're used to those intense, and we do a lot of barrel proofers. Like
I drink a lot of barrel proof at home. I don't go for low hitters.
We've become
I'll drink one small one.
We've become what we swore to destroy. Proof hounds. Oh my God, Jake. Anyway.
It is what it is. Happens to everyone.
Anyway, cheers, everyone.
Just like John Cena said with the WWE, you know, I was wrong about make movies. You're on more of a schedule.
Right.
Brown sugar.
I get cherries. I get a lot of oak.
I get some oak on this.
There's a raw graininess to it that I'm not necessarily a fan of, but it's not the worst thing I've ever had in my life. Kind of bitter on the end. Don't know that I'm a huge fan of that one. All right. All right. So.
Yeah, brown sugar.
That's about it. That's about all you're getting on that one.
Some oak, not much. It's a lot of bold brown sugar.
So, all right. Really quick, go to B. Yeah. Anyway. It tastes just like it noses. It's very thin. Ooh.
That's like, that is overly sweet to the point where I almost can't taste anything else, but it also tastes kind of burnt.
See, I'm getting a burnt note on this. I don't know if it's the same thing that we're tasting, but I'm getting kind of a burnt, like a really burnt bitter oak.
Yeah.
On the finish on this one, I'm
like
really
over alligator to the char.
Yeah. Or it's just young.
Could be that.
One of the two. It's just young.
Young,
or
dumb,
just,
and broke.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try it one more time, just to
confirm your theory.
Yeah. This is just relatively thin.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of astringent. It has a nice cherry note on the front, but it quickly gets overtaken by this really raw, burnt oak that just kind of leaves this horrible bitter taste on the side of my mouth. I'm not a huge fan of that one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, number 3. See, now this one has a wonderful nose to it. Just nice cherries. Not super herby, not really like super spicy, but I get some kind of like some rice spice to this one.
This one's opened up a little bit from earlier. This smells better than that now.
If I'm a betting man, which I'm not because I'm horrible at betting, and I'm not allowed to say my luck sucks anymore, or I have bad luck, shut up. But if I was a betting man, I would almost say this is the Buffalo Trace. All right. Cheers.
Nah. Yeah, you plug it.
Interesting. So the nose on this one is very well-rounded. It's pronounced. It's not like screaming at me, but I can identify the individual flavors. But when I get into it, I'm going to go into it again, but when I get into it on the first taste, the flavors are very muddled together, but it's not astringent, it's not bitter. It just kind of
Washes.
it washes them all right across your palate all at the same time. There are no layers, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There are no layers to that one. And I like layers of flavor that coat my palate.
I like onions.
Kind of like an onion. I want my bourbon to be like an onion. Layers.
Pulling out Shrek references.
Thank you. I appreciate you. So, all right. So right now we got 1, 2, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3. All right. Going to the last one. Damn, you didn't leave any in that one.
No, I didn't.
You must have liked that one.
It was okay.
It was okay. So
This is my favorite so far.
all right, going into the last one, then I'm gonna kind of go back through them a little bit, reevaluate, and we'll give you a ye ol' verdicto.
Find out what they were.
Yeah, this just has that weird.
I don't smell almost anything on this.
There is nothing to that. It's like I was drinking kind of dirty water. I have a feeling you and I are drinking the same thing right now. I don't know what it is, but we're drinking the same thing. Are you getting like dirty water, pine needle?
Like a dead ladybug landed in your drink and sat there for an hour and you didn't know it, and then you took a drink and that dead ladybug smell that everybody knows has permeated the beverage, and then
Kind
all
of,
a sudden
yeah.
you taste it and you're like, why does my sweet tea taste like
Ass.
yeah? Why does my sweet tea taste like awful?
Okay.
Like the awful. All right, you know what I do with things I don't like?
All right.
Oh, God. Ugh. Ooh.
Yeah. That's not good. So
That Kirkland's Bottled and Bond's looking real good right now.
wash your mouth out with your favorite for right now. So I have to. 1 second. So while we're giving you a lot of blank, like dead space airtime here, go down below in the comments section. Tell us what your order would probably be, or what. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Good Lord, this thing is just.
Oh, yeah.
It's staying in my mouth and it's just not letting up.
It eat through this.
It's like the Macho Man Randy Savage just has me in a headlock right now. It's going, oh yeah, I got you for 3 minutes. Oh, the water's not even doing anything.
No, I need
like
I need a Pepto-Bismol just to coat my mouth with the nut flavor of that.
need some Tums.
Hey,
you know what?
I actually do have some.
I know what'll get that taste out of my mouth. Excuse me, real quick.
George T. Stout.
George Dickel.
That'll do it.
And you know how much I hate that one. Ah, goodness gracious. Okay, so
sorry to whatever this is, but I'm gonna be so pissed if that's Buffalo Trace, because my Buffalo Trace does not taste like that.
I will be kind of mad as well.
Look, you're like doing this, and I'm over here just like one at a time. This has got an astringency to it. This is young.
All right.
Guaranteed. So, while he's doing his thing and I'm throwing this stuff back.
So, what we're going to do is
I'm going to just guess.
Put the one that you have at number 1, though, up here. Okay. So, what are your guesses? While I'm doing my thing, go ahead and do your thing.
I think that is Buffalo Trace. I think this one is Ancient Age. If I didn't move them, this one is Benchmark, and this one is Travelers. And if this is Buffalo Trace, you need to dump whatever bottle it is out and open a new one. Your fat boy's gone bad.
But whiskey doesn't go bad.
Can't pick up adverse flavors, though.
It can. All right. So,
what are you thinking?
I think they're so close.
They are close.
That's the problem. And there's no right or wrong answer here, so I think
all of
I'm
them
just
except for one, right?
Yeah. All right. I'm going with that one. Okay. So
you got a guess on these bad boys?
I'm going to say my number 1 is either going to be one of these two. I'm leaning toward this one. But I would be okay with this. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. And that might just be me. Anyway, so let's go through yours. Since you have the empty glasses first. So what's your number 4?
Oh, look at that. It's Travelers. Sorry. I'm not even going to finish that last drop.
All right. So what's your number 3?
Oh, Buffalo Trace. This was actually, I think this one was my number 2. I forgot to swap them around when I was messing around.
Well, now your number 3 is Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, that's fine.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So your number 2
is Benchmark.
Benchmark, and that means
Ancient age.
ancient age.
I was perfectly okay with that.
Is when you're blind. So my number 4. Oh look, Traveler.
Buffalo Trace. We are sorry to bust your chops, but I guess the hate's real.
I guess you got to pay for that expansion somehow. I mean, they just put so much money into that distillery, and they just had to. Why wouldn't you use your own distillate here? Like, I don't get it. Like, this is just disappointing. Anyway, I could go on like a year-long tirade on this. Anyway,
I just had a hilarious thought from Step Bro. Oh, Canada!
So my number 3 is, wow,
Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace. It had that.
Benchmark putting on a show over here.
So, one second here. Yeah, it just has this weird, bitter, tannic meh to it. Anyway, my number 2. My number 2 was actually ancient age. So that means my number 1 is Benchmark. So that's really cool.
Learning things.
I enjoy that. I enjoyed this. I didn't enjoy this. This is
whoosh, it's gone. Like magic.
And it's gone. Well, I wasn't going to throw it behind me. Actually, I probably shouldn't have even thrown it at all. Sorry to all you out there that I just offended by tossing whiskey. Anyway.
Indoors, no less.
Indoors. Well, Richard Patterson does it all the time. He swirls the glass and tosses it out.
It's in his garage. Concrete floor.
Anyway.
Throws it over his Corvette or whatever he drives. I feel like he drives a convertible Corvette.
Something like that. Anyway, so this just goes to show that, in our opinion, Traveler is definitely not the best thing coming out of Buffalo Trace, and I am so sorry to all of you who went and tracked down a bottle and just kind of had to have it.
You know,
I understand. I fed into the FOMO too. I'm one of those people too, because it hit the area. I was like, hey, I got to go get this. If nothing else, it's for content. I hope it tastes good. It does not. It does not taste good. It is not something that I will ever bring back into this room ever again. It misses the mark on so many levels. I don't want to drink pine needles, and I don't want to drink a bunch of... I don't want to drink a Buffalo Trace product that doesn't have Buffalo Trace distillate in it. It just makes no sense to me. I know you got to pay for an expansion, BT, but this isn't your best showing. Like, I think, yeah, he said it. This isn't your best showing. And
it's not.
Just get with it, my guy.
Sorry to Chris Stapleton too, man, but
maybe should have used some Tennessee whiskey.
Something.
So anyway,
maybe it just needs time, but in a barrel.
Maybe they should have just secondary aged it in a used barrel or something. Anyway, so thank you all for joining us. Those were the results. Benchmark was my number 1. This man enjoys the ancient age.
I knew that from the beginning, though. The first time I tried it, I was like, this
slaps.
This is cereal stuff, guys.
This is some cereal stuff. Anyway, South Park references aside, again, thank you for joining us. Go down below, hit that like and subscribe button. And until we drink again, we want to remind you to share a pour with your friends and family, because just like the movies,
memories don't make themselves.
They sure as heck don't, brother. And I got a little bit left here. Actually, let's drink this. Cheers.
Cheers.